Hey, good morning. How's it going today? It is Wednesday, if you didn't know, or if you haven't had your coffee yet. Good morning. Grand rising. Can't say that fast. I believe that we have the mic situation figured out. So I do apologize for jumping off real quick yesterday. My dog was going nuts. We have another I'm here visiting. For those that don't know, she is not doing well. Stage 4 cancer from the booster rockets. So yeah, it's Coda was going nuts. I think Amazon came earlier or something. If you don't know Coda, my German Shepherd. So he blitz attacks people when they come to the door. He'll wait for them to walk up. Amazon's delivery drivers, and then he like jumps on the door and they take off running. It's more of a game. Sweet tea. I have echo. But she is with us right now, so I had to jump up, get Coda taken care of, so that she can rest. Is this better? How about now? Okay, great. So I got a new mixer. I showed it in a picture. I don't know if I can do this real quick. So it's got all kinds of buttons and stuff that I'm trying out. And so a lot of things on the live show up that aren't on other things, so it's a work in progress. But I think we're making progress. How's this? Does this sound better? Let me know if you can hear me good. Okay, awesome. Great. All right, so yeah, we're slowly but surely getting it dialed in. Next thing on the to-do list is a camera, because like I said, that was the cheapest one Amazon had, and it glitched. I don't know if you can see it on your end, but on my end, it glitches like max headroom thing. All right, so what? Anything you guys want to talk about as far as rumors go? There really isn't anything solid on breaking news on the RV front. The big thing I'm looking for today is more news on the bonds people and their NDAs, if that's going to be anything, or if it's just like, everything else, a lot of hype and just turns out to be a nothing burger. But it's interesting for me, and when I take the way back view, and I'm looking at the articles that Militia Man is putting out, it's reading like a business plan or business model for when the new rate is released. And it's like you build a car. So you build this hot rod and all this stuff, you put the parts together and everything. And then all you're waiting for is to put the key in the ignition and turn it on. And then all the pieces come together and away you go. So that's where I think we're at with Iraq. David's, the Fed announces, I'm going to read these because half the people can't see the chat replay, half can. So I'll try to do my best to read these. The Fed announces the rate cut amount today. Do you think that might trigger anything in dinar or crypto? I think it definitely could. It depends really, I think, on the amount. If it's like 0.25%, then no. If it's dramatic, then yes. And of course, we know they do that historically before an election. But if it's a significant cut, it could go two ways. It could be prolonging the inevitable death of the stock market, or it could trigger RV things. So it'll be interesting. Today, I think, is going to be an interesting day. And another thing that I've been seeing is like with our credit cards, we've been getting all these updates about something big happening between the 16th and the 24th, I think. Like their new terms are coming out, and I've been getting like slammed with like, do you want a credit increase and all this stuff. So I found that interesting. We went to Cabela's. We have a Cabela's card, and we were just going to use it for points. And we went to use the card, and it wouldn't work, so we had to get on the phone with customer service or whatever. And then they were like kind of doing the same thing, that there's new changes coming out. Sorry, your old cards, because we never use them. We just happen to be there. Are inactive. They send us new cards, and the new cards are weird. They're just a plastic. Here's a Lowe's gift card thing. So it looks like that, to where there's not the raised dealios on it no more, and it's just some screen print on the back. So I don't know. There's some weird stuff going on with credit cards. All right. I thought no more NDAs. So what Mark was saying was that after today, and I don't know if that means today or after today being tomorrow, that NDAs are no longer required for bonds people. So I don't know if that means that current NDAs are expiring, but I'm interested in see what Mark's morning podcast, what he has to say about it. Yeah, that's the BS News Network said, I heard $2,500 increase on Social Security. I think that's been floating around for a little bit. I have in one of my Telegram rooms a few people that are on it, Social Security, including my mom, and they've not seen any changes yet. David, David said, I agree with you about the double-digit rate rumor. That would not be good for Iraq in the long run. No, I agree. And hey, I'll take it all day long. I mean, who wouldn't? And we want that. We want the maximum on our investment, return on our investment. But you have to think about it in a business model, doing business with neighboring countries or worldwide. If dinar is $22, just throwing out a number, and everything else is 2, 3, whatever. Any trade done with nations between 22 and 3, and just 3 is a number, random number. So the nations that's at 3, anything that they do is going to eat into their profit. So it doesn't make sense to have that big of a gap. $4 and $3 is big enough when you think of millions of dollars in transactions. So I just don't think it's logical that it would be bigger than that. October, BS News Network, you're thinking what? That it's going to go in October? I still think September is the month, and we could be right up to the wall of, the end of September. But I guess in the big picture, as long as in 2024, because like I said, many of us have been in this for a long time, and we sit there and watch the calendar click by. So as long as it's in 2024, I guess we're good. But just the things that I see from Militiaman, Frank, Mark, different people that I watch, and just putting it out there. I do not watch TNT Tony or read anything he has, take it to heart. Wolverine, Chosen Ones, people who have called and who have said Iraq is our beaten country and we're just waiting, and they've said that years ago and they keep saying it over and over. Done. Yeah, sweet tea. The Iraqi people are frustrated as well. Yeah, Militiaman touched on that the other day. They are definitely over it. Sauder, I hope I'm saying that right. He's kind of like the leader of the people, like street people type thing. So apparently this dude can whip up people into a frenzy very easily. So he's been meeting with Sadani, and hopefully he's expressing that the people are pissed off and want this thing done. Because like I said before, they watch these podcasts and X and all this stuff. They know it's getting ready to happen. So I'm sure that they're expressing their frustrations. If you can imagine how frustrated we are with this. The worst of us, for the most part, are probably better off than most Iraqis. So, okay, BS Network. So the 2500 is supposed to come out in October, is what you're saying? Okay. Chicken fuckers. It makes it legit when you say, guys. Yeah. Mm-hmm. That's pretty good. September has to be the month. Too many things are lining up. I agree. All the articles coming out of Iraq with direct quotes from Malak and Sadani are over the top. Yeah, I agree. I mean, I definitely agree with that. And we focus on Iraq just because Iraq is trackable. They communicate so much and effectively. There's just not really any news that comes out of Vietnam and the other nations about their process to revalue. And Iraq was the linchpin, is the linchpin in the whole RV thing, because when you go back historically, it was supposed to be Kuwait was the pilot program. They learned how to do it, and then several people made a lot of money. What happened in Iraq was supposed to be the full implementation of that program, that pilot program, on such a grand scale. But again, it was only supposed to be for people in the know. Then the word got out, and it grew into this giant monster, and then it became the global currency reset. But I still believe that, Iraq is the linchpin to all of it, the main cog in this whole RV wheel. Good morning, everybody's joining. Mary, Bloomberg showed stunning interview about the Kurdistan pipeline to Turkey, price disputes. Okay. Agreed. David, if things were event driven and not date driven, then today's rate change might be the event. Agreed. Good morning, Deli Sandwich. There's so much coming at us from Iraq and different things. So it's like when you step way back and you look at all the moving parts, you can kind of see where the dots are connecting. What else you guys got? Trying to see if there's anything. Yeah, I don't put too much stock in TNT Tony, and that he could be right, but I just cried wolf too many times. Christopher, Zimbabwe has been ready, and they have gold-backed currency. Yes, I agree. But the Zimbabwe currency that is out now is not the same animal as the Zim bonds, the 100T note, things like that. Those are two different animals. X-Man, do you already have a bank line? I bank with Chase, so I'm covered. I do not. Wells Fargo just gives me the creeps. I don't trust them at all. I have had accounts with them. They are done and closed and moved on. I'm not telling you what to do, but my own personal opinion. I've been with Chase for a long time, so I'm good with that. So, what do you guys think about? Let's stir up some hornet's nest. Do you think notifications, or do you think you just willy-nilly go to the bank and take your currency and hope for the best? What do you think the process is going to be? David, thank you. I appreciate that, and you're welcome. So, notifications or no notifications? What do you guys think? Let's stir up the nest. Let's stir the pot. Good afternoon, subs from Indonesia. We're international. BS News Network. The Zim notes, they are you're correct in the sense that you can't go to Zimbabwe and cash them in, but it's not to say they're not valuable. Um, and the only way that they will be valuable is through the RV process. Other than that, they're wallpaper. Why would they notify from the original purchase info when buying from the exchange? Are you talking about notifications? My theory on notifications is if it's the global RV, all the nations of the first basket, if it's all going to go the global reset, let's play out this scenario. I think there has to be some sort of order to it. Otherwise, it's going to be chaos. And it opens up too many doors for people to be scammed and to lose their money. So if we think about it and, again, take the big step backwards, and you look at white hats, people who are involved in this global currency reset, what Mr. C has always said that is, this whole event is to break the banks, break the deep state, all these things, then you would have to think that they have put a plan into place to keep people from getting scammed, excuse me, and losing their money. So that's my theory on the notifications. Now, if it is Iraq going by themselves ahead of the RV, then I think we're just going to know that there's a new ray out there, and then we can all go to whatever bank that we bank with and exchange and set up things on our own. Yeah, chicken fluckers. I agree. That's been drilled into our head since. If you've been in this any time at all, it's just first it was. I mean, there were so many crazy scenarios of it that the most bizarre thing that I ever heard, and is totally retorted, is you're going to be transported to some off-world thing, and they're going to read your karma and see if you're a good person, and then you'd be transported back to Earth, and you'd set up an appointment. I mean, come on. But yes, we've been hearing that since the beginning. I like your sense of humor, chicken fluckers. Yeah, Dave, I've done the same thing. I've talked to Chase, and I've met with wealth managers, and back earlier in the year when I think they tried to kick it off. So I went and sat down with them and all that, and the woman that I met with, the wealth advisor, I got the feeling that she knew more than she was letting on. She kept, nodding, and so they know. This news network, how long will they take the large denomination notes? I think when the rate changes, you're going to have a window of time to turn in your 25K, 50K, whatever it is you have, because they want to get that off the street. I'm thinking like a month, but no more than 3. Again, it's just to get a cap on the corruptions and any chances of fraud and all that stuff, counterfeiting. So it's gonna be a tight window, in my opinion. As far as let's say tomorrow we wake up to a new rate. I think with that new rate, there's going to be a time slot that you have 30, 60, 90 days to exchange all your dinar. Coffee, coffee, coffee. All right, guys. You got anything else, or we'll wrap it up because I don't want to hog everybody's morning. Sweet tea up. Grab your go bag and out the door you go. All right. So in our Telegram room, we have this kind of, I don't know what you call it, go bag theory. So we have like a small, I don't know if I have one, small backpack, attaché case, briefcase, whatever you want to call it. So in there you have all your currencies, receipts if you have them. I don't think you're going to need them, but take them if you have them. All your documentation, birth certificate, proof of residency, all these things. Anything that you would need to go to a bank and open a bank account. And then whatever else you feel like, definitely a notepad and pen, blue ink. Sorry, that was a little insider. But put all this in the go bag. So that way, at a moment's notice, you can go to wherever you have it, stash that, grab it, you're out the door, going to an appointment. David from Louisiana, good morning. All right, guys, that's it for today. We'll see if we can get one in tomorrow. And again, anything happens, I'll jump on, do a quick update. Appreciate all you guys. Appreciate your time. Thank you for watching. Like, share, subscribe, all the good stuff. If you would, hit that thumbs up, and we will see you later. Have a great day.